Artificial intelligence, or AI, is a powerful tool. It can enhance the productivity, efficiency, and creativity of your staff. But AI also comes with some challenges and risks. And I'm not talking about the robots that are taking over the world and killing everybody like in all the movies. Businesses need to address and manage these risks in order to use AI effectively. Establishing clear and ethical guidelines or AI rules for staff interaction is essential. Otherwise, you may not know when AI is being used for business data. In today's tech update, I'm going to be sharing some tips for setting up AI rules with your staff and in your organization. These tips can help you harness the benefits of AI while avoiding the pitfalls. Hello, everyone. Happy March. I am Michael Kinnett. I'm CEO and founder of Eternal Networks. And every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, I go live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn to discuss the latest technology and cybersecurity news that might affect you and your business. This week, we're also going live on Instagram for the first time. So hello, Instagram. In these tech updates, we also cover educational topics to help our fellow small and medium-sized businesses feel much more confident about their knowledge of cybersecurity. At Eternal Networks, our goal is to help people stop worrying about their IT so that they can do what they love. To help with that, I'll be answering questions from the audience at the end of the live stream. So if you have any business, technology, or cybersecurity questions, get them ready. I will have time at the end. First, some things from the news. CISA is cautioning against using any hacked Avanti VPN gateways. I've talked about these in the past. CISA has disclosed that attackers exploiting vulnerabilities in the Avanti VPN appliances could maintain root persistence even after factory resetting those devices, evading detection by Avanti's internal integrity checker tool. The severe vulnerability ranges from authentication bypass to arbitrary command execution, compromised Avanti appliances, and hindered ICT detection. So despite Avanti having an updated scanner and patches to prevent against this vulnerability in the future, CISA has warned that inadequate compromise detection has led to them recommending federal agencies assume that they were compromised, look for malicious activity, apply patches, and if anything is detected, remove the appliances completely and replace them. CISA has advised against using these devices moving forward as well. In response to this, federal agencies have disconnected and rebuilt the affected Avanti instances. And once again, if you are using an Avanti VPN, it's highly recommended that you have a security professional involved to evaluate if you were compromised with that vulnerability to make sure that you're patched and protected moving forward. Also in the news recently, the FBI, CISA, and Department of Health and Human Services, or HHS, has issued a warning to U.S. healthcare organizations about targeted Alpha Black Cat ransomware attacks, emphasizing the gang's focus on the healthcare sector. Following earlier advisories detailing Black Cat's activities since it emerged in November of 2021, the agencies highlighted the group's affiliation with over 60 breaches and $300 million in ransomware payments up to September 2023. Recent incidents, particularly targeting healthcare, are attributed to the group's encouragement of their affiliates to focus on hospitals. The advisory has urged critical infrastructure entities to implement mitigation measures against Black Cat ransomware and recommended cybersecurity safeguards, especially those within the healthcare and public health sector. Additionally, some recent attacks, including the one on United Health Group subsidiary Optum, have been linked to Black Cat, utilizing Screen Connect for the initial access. While law enforcement has disrupted Black Cat's operations in December, the gang continues to pose a threat, with the U.S. State Department offering rewards for information on the group's leaders and affiliates. Also in the news, the Golden Corral restaurant chain has disclosed that they were a victim of a data breach that occurred in August of last year. They have revealed that attackers stole the personal information of over 180,000 individuals. The breach affected both current and former employees and beneficiaries with sensitive data, including names, social security numbers, financial account details, and medical information was part of the compromise. The company has notified law enforcement and is implementing some additional security measures. While there's no evidence of misuse, affected individuals are urged to remain vigilant for signs of identity theft. Golden Corral has begun notifying those impacted and investigating incident, although a spokesperson was not available for comment in any of the news articles that I read about this. All right, now on to today's discussion. I'm going to be covering 9 tips for setting up AI or artificial intelligence rules for your staff. So if you're currently using AI and you have not implemented any rules, I highly recommend that you listen to these 9 tips and implement some rules. If you're considering deploying AI, these are things that are going to help you in the initial setup and preparing for rolling out AI. Forbes Advisor recently surveyed several businesses across the United States, and 64% of the respondents said that they expect AI to increase productivity. And I would agree strongly with that. Yesterday, I gave a presentation on a live webinar talking about some of the benefits of Microsoft 365 Copilot, which is one of the latest AI-based productivity tools. And the productivity increases and time saving is going to be huge as AI continues to roll out and be implemented across organizations. AI is a powerful tool. It can enhance productivity, efficiency, and also creativity of your staff. But there are some challenges and there are also some risks associated with it. Businesses need to address and manage those risks in order to use AI effectively. So here's tip number 1. Define the scope and purpose of your AI use within your organization. Before you introduce AI to your staff, you need to have a clear vision of where you're going with it. Know what you want to achieve with AI, as well as how it aligns with your business goals and your business values. You also need to communicate this vision to your staff. They need to understand it as well as you understand it. Explain how AI can support their work and improve their outcomes. This will help you to set realistic expectations and also to avoid confusion or frustration with your staff. Tip number 2, establish ethical principles and guidelines around the use of AI. AI can have significant impacts on your staff, your customers, and your partners, as well as society at large. So it's important that you ensure that your AI use is ethical, fair, transparent, and accountable. You can do this by developing a set of ethical principles and guidelines. They should reflect your organizational culture and values, as well as follow the relevant laws and regulations in your state, your industry, and in your country. You also need to educate your staff on these guidelines and track their compliance with it. Ultimately, it's your responsibility as a business to make sure that your staff are following any of those industry regulations or laws in your state or in your area. Tip number 3, involve stakeholders in the decision-making process. AI rule setting should not be a top-down process. If you do it that way, it's going to fail. It's not going to work. You need to involve key stakeholders, including employees, in the decision-making process. Gather insights from different departments and different roles within your organization. This helps ensure that your AI rules are reflective of diverse perspectives. This collaborative approach enhances the quality of the rules and also fosters a sense of ownership and engagement among staff members. It helps them to buy in further as AI gets rolled out. Tip number 4, assign roles and responsibilities. AI is not a magic solution that can replace human judgment and oversight. I want to repeat that because it's that important. AI is not a magic solution that will replace human judgment and oversight. You still have to have a clear division of roles and responsibilities within your organization around the use of AI. This would be what does AI do? What does your staff do? And how do you oversee the use of AI in ways that we've talked about already, ethically and according to rules and regulations within your industry and your government areas? You should define who handles the following AI system tasks: design, development, deployment, maintenance, auditing, and updating. These are all important processes that need to be managed in order for AI to work properly. You should also define who is accountable for the outcomes and the impact of AI use. Ensure that you support your staff with training, enablement, and change management as you go along. Tip number 5, provide training and support. It's important that you empower your staff with the skills necessary to work alongside of AI. offer comprehensive training programs that should cover the basics of AI technology, as well as its applications within the organization and guidelines for AI interaction. Providing ongoing support ensures that employees feel confident in their use of AI, as well as capable in their roles within the AI enhanced environment. Tip number 6, ensure data privacy and data security. AI systems often rely on vast amounts of data. As such, it's important that you emphasize a robust data security and privacy measures and policy in place. Clearly communicate the steps that you're taking to safeguard sensitive information. And when I say clearly communicate, I'm talking about communicating it with your internal staff as well as to your clients and any of your vendors that you're working with. If their data is potentially being used in AI systems, be as transparent as possible. Let them know, hey, we are using AI, and here are the steps that we're doing to safeguard your information. And then it's critical that you adhere to data protection regulations. Establish a robust cybersecurity framework, one that protects both employee and organizational data from potential breaches. And this needs to be a critical part of your overall AI rules and policies that you put into place. Tip number 7, put a feedback loop in place. There needs to be a system for gathering feedback from employees about their interactions with AI. This feedback loop serves as a valuable mechanism to help with identifying areas of improvement and refining AI rules, as well as addressing any concerns or challenges that may arise during implementation. Actively listen to your employee feedback to foster a culture of continuous improvement within the organization. I will say from experience, if you're deploying new software, new AI enhanced software, and you're not listening to your employees, there's a good chance that that rollout's going to fail, or they're not going to use it and gain the full benefits of it. If they don't have a way of providing feedback to ownership, to management, and feel that that feedback is being received and changes are happening, then that deployment is going to fail. They're not going to use the tool as actively as you would like. You're not going to get the full ROI of that investment. All right, tip number 8, review and update your AI rules regularly. AI is a dynamic and evolving field. It's very different today than it was 2 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, and we're going to see continuing evolutions of that coming in the coming months and years. It requires constant adaptation and improvement. You can't just set up your AI rules once and forget about them. You need to review and update the rules regularly, and this is to ensure that they're still relevant and effective, as well as aligned with your business goals and values. You also need to evaluate the performance, outcomes, and impacts of your AI use. Use this information to make adjustments as needed on an ongoing basis. And tip number 9, encourage a growth mindset. Foster a culture of curiosity and a growth mindset within your organization. You can do this by encouraging employees to embrace AI as a tool for augmentation, not a replacement. Communicate that AI is here to enhance their capabilities and streamline processes, to allow them to focus more on strategic and creative aspects of their roles. The goal is not for them to train their AI replacement. The goal is for them to use AI to improve all aspects of their responsibilities and their processes that they're responsible for. All right, AI can truly be a game changer for your business if you use it wisely and responsibly. By following these tips, you can set up some AI rules for your staff to help you really leverage the power of AI while also minimizing some of the risks associated with it. If you have any questions or need some guidance around the use of AI or implementation of AI transformation within your organization, give us a call, schedule a chat. I'd love to talk about it. As I mentioned, we did a webinar yesterday talking about Microsoft Copilot, showing some of the features and some of the automations that can really impact productivity within an organization. If you're curious about that, post in the comments. We'll send you a link where you can get that replay. We'll probably be doing another live one next month. Well, it's March, later this month or the following month. More information we're going to be sharing as AI changes and evolves. But if you'd like specific questions answered on how it can work in your business, reach out. We'd love to have a chat with you about it. As technology advances, the risk of cyber attacks grow, especially for small businesses, which are most vulnerable to breaches. That's why we're thrilled to announce our upcoming training session on why you need a cybersecurity risk assessment. A cybersecurity risk assessment, or a CSRA, involves a thorough evaluation of your organization's cybersecurity status, pinpointing potential threats and vulnerabilities. The aim is to grasp your current cybersecurity standing and then pinpoint specific areas for enhancement and improvement. Join us on March 21st at 1 p.m. Pacific time as we're going to address the most significant threats to your business and provide some actionable steps that you can take to mitigate your risks immediately. You can sign up at the link below, and we'll drop it in the chat as well. Let's see if there's any comments from the audience here. I'm not seeing anything from our live audience. If you do have any comments, any questions, as I mentioned before, please post them in the comments. We'll get back to you. You can go to our website, itnet.works. You can reach out to us by phone, email. There's lots of methods. We're easy to find. We're more than, I love talking to business owners and other people about technology, specifically about cybersecurity. Happy to answer your questions in any way possible. Hope to hear from you soon, and have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you next week.